Thing ain't went live yet. It's stuck. What's up, y'all? What's up, TikTok, bro? What up? What up? What up? We need your opinions. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's what's up. We're in the building. Oh, snap. You know what? I gotta give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta get my Facebook right. Seen that video y'all did today. That's dope. Yeah. So we're gonna get started here in just a little bit, y'all. We in the studio. We're gonna get it cracking here in just a second. We got some real ish to talk about tonight. I was gonna talk about the Quavo and Chris Brown joint, but we're gonna talk about something else. We're gonna get to that as it progresses. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see how the video do and how that whole thing play over. But we definitely gonna talk about that. But what we discussing tonight is did OJ do it? Now y'all. I understand. Like some people feel like he might have did it. Some people feel like he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of supporters and backers and all that. But that's why we need to talk about it because now that what I'm saying he didn't go. It's kind of time that we discuss it because this is something we can't sweep underneath the rug. It's got to be talked about. It's got to be discussed. I got a video I want y'all to check out so we can kind of judge from that. It's a kind of a slight confessional from OJ because y'all know OJ was out there doing books and all that. Like I think he did a book like if I did it type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that was just like strange because why would you do a book knowing that a lot of people think that you was the one who did the murders and then you come out with a book taunting the family that I might have done it. So that was real strange in itself. So we're going to talk about that, y'all, and kind of discuss that. But, my name is Johnny, and this is the Johnny Live Show. We are live on the air. Make sure y'all tell y'all people. Tap in. Here we go, y'all. Let's get it popping. All right, y'all. What's up? We back in full effect. We're gonna talk about this OJ thing, y'all. OJ Simpson. Yo. Like I said before, I think a lot of people was like, now that he gone. Yo, I'm gonna say it like this. If taking the secret to the grave was a person, it's OJ Simpson. I've never, I've never actually seen somebody take some secrets to the grave that nobody knew about. This man that did that. So we actually have a chance to see somebody actually take their secrets to the grave and don't nobody know. But they said the only people that know was thank y'all for the emojis. And make sure y'all share this because it's on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. So they say the only person that know what really happened was OJ, Nicole Simpson, that dude that was with him, and God. That's it. Because they was the only ones out there. But here's the thing, y'all. What I do know is that OJ ain't got the best lawyers money could buy. Y'all gotta admit that. He ain't got the best lawyers money could buy to beat this case. And I remember like when I was younger back then and this whole thing was going on, I was like, yeah, he might have did it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of history that a lot of people don't know about. Like he used to beat Nicole Simpson like bad. Like that's out there. And he was really violent to her. Now, if you know like stars, ex football stars like that, they can kind of be tough. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to women. And I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but some have a history of being that way. And they say that's the way OJ was. I mean, he was the man, the juice. You know what I'm saying? You get to that point, it's like can't nobody tell you nothing, man, right? So there's a lot of things that kind of iffy. He was jealous because she was, moving on and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know how men are about their women. Like you can get real, shit can get real tense. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that kind of made me question. And then just listen to the whole case. I got a chance to kind of hear the case as it was going on, and some things made you think like, I don't know, like, this nigga might have done it, you know what I'm saying? But one thing that I do know is like us as black people, like we kind of felt a lot of shit was going on back then, and we kind of felt like we needed a win. I don't care how we get the win, but we felt like we needed a win. And this was a quote unquote win for us, like for us to kind of beat the system, whether he did it or not. He kind of beat the system, and he represented like a black guy at that time. He was the juice, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I never really followed his but I don't know if OJ was like down for black people like that. Like, yo, I'm black, I'm out here, whatever, like that. You know what I'm saying? I've never. I know I've seen a lot of his movies, and he wasn't too tight with black folks. But like I said, at that time. He represented black people and black people being in the court system and beating the case. Because that nigga did beat the case. Like, we started cheering for him when we seen him in that Bronco. Right, that Bronco. Like, go, OJ, go, OJ. I think it was like people on the side of the road, like, go, OJ. Like, we didn't care. We just wanted somebody to beat the system. You know what I'm saying? And here's the crazy part. Y'all, they said, like, Broncos wasn't even that big popular item. Ever since OJ and his homeboy rode away in that Broncos have been selling out. They had to stop making Broncos because they couldn't keep up with the demand. And the crazy part is they brought Broncos back out. They look totally different now. I've seen a few Broncos out there now, and they still selling really well. So OJ like put Broncos on the map. That's the juice. If you can commit a murder, and from you committing a murder, you put a whole nother company on the map in your getaway car. Like that's major. If you're from that era, you remember like when the cops were chasing the Bronco, like that was some really watched shit, and people replayed it over and over, and it was just on so many things, like But I honestly say that I haven't met any or a lot of white people. I'm not gonna say any white people, but I haven't met a lot of white people who feel like he innocent, that he didn't do it. Like I think they always been like, yeah, he did it. Hey, that nigga did it. You know what I'm saying? I always think they was like that, but they just kind of fell back and didn't really express it to us. Even after, he died. You had a lot of people on radios, conservative and otherwise. Nobody was like, yo, I thought he was innocent. I thought, he was done wrong. No, not one single time. So this whole case divided. They could say it was the case of the century, but this whole case divided the whole country because here you have black people like that nigga was innocent, and you have white people saying he did it. So it divided the country. Now they're saying that Trump case is the case of the century. I don't think so. I don't think it's like I said. This case totally divided the country. Everybody was on one side. People was on half the country was on one side, the other half of the country was on the other side, and it was just divided. So that's how that took place, and it was just some crazy times, y'all. But and then you had comedians for years. There's been so many OJ jokes and comedians got on OJ to a point. OJ just came out. He's like, look, they comedians. They doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? How can I get mad? You know what I'm saying? So, yo, it's still a touchy subject because I made a joke about it and people are trying to get on me. I'm like, oh, like y'all the wrong person. Like y'all the wrong. What did I say? I said something about I forgot what I said, but oh yeah, I said OJ last tweet, like bitch, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And people got mad at me. Somebody was like, "Oh, no, you make a white folks happy." Cause no, I'm telling y'all, ain't no white person sitting there saying that OJ is innocent. If they raise your hand if you do. I have yet to meet any white person said OJ is innocent. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if there's some out there, I would like to meet him. But like I said, he had the best lawyers. Johnny Cochran, he made Johnny Cochran famous. There was just so many in there lawyers who became popular off this whole case. Even the cop, the racist cop, was popular after this. So the whole trial made people famous. Was actually famous off of this trial. So it was the trial of the century, and he got off. Now I don't know if anybody remember that he did get off innocent, but the Goldman family just right after filed a civil suit and they won that shit. That was like they won a civil suit off the same evidence that he lost the case with. Like how's that? How can that be? Like you had another set of jurors that went in there and listened to the evidence and said, "No, that nigga did." You know what I'm saying? He didn't have Johnny Cochran on the civil case. I don't believe he didn't have that whole team on civil case, and they went back in and retried him and said that nigga guilty and he got to pay. So, like I said, half the people say he did it, half the people he won on the murder trial, but then he got convicted on the civil suit. So that to me, I've never heard that happen ever before. So I'm gonna play this video, and this video they say is it's like kind of like a confession, and I want y'all to listen to it, share with your people, just really listen to it, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about it because it almost sounds like a confession, y'all. Like it sends chills up my spine to hear that this man talk about what he or how he would have did if he was the one that killed that lady. And the way, and let me say this, y'all, the way that he killed, or the way whoever killed, no, that nigga did it. The way how he killed him was just, it was really, it was a lot of blood. It was really, it was a bad crime scene. I'll put it to you like that. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Leave your comments in there, and we will put them live on the air. I just want to I want to see what y'all think about it, and if you think that he did it, or if you think he innocent. Either way, I want to know what y'all think about it because we gotta get to the bottom of this. This is not something that's going to go away anytime soon. The comments, like I said, we are on TikTok. We are on Facebook, YouTube. So we all over. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video. See if I can pull it up. And while I do this, like I said, y'all leave your comments. Do you think OJ did it? Do you think he's innocent or do you think he's guilty? We got TikTok over here blowing up. They putting their comments in. I think it's gonna be half, y'all. Some of y'all think he did it. Some of y'all, I don't know. But we definitely need to get to the bottom of this because here's the thing about it, y'all. It's not gonna go away at all. It's not gonna go away. We're gonna be talking about this until we actually get the answer that we need. So, let me try to pull this up. What was it called? We get into it here in just a second, y'all. While we pull this up, though, too, I want to talk about the rap battle that's going on right now because a lot of people said that Quavo rap was whack. And I'm gonna have to tell y'all, I'm gonna have to go with Quavo on this. I think Quavo's up one about Chris Brown. And somebody brought to my attention, they said that Chris Brown was kind of just a lot of angry shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of angry shit was kind of, you know what I'm saying, put on the track. And to me, that ain't no good battle rap. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be well constructed, opposed to just throwing shit out there. It's got to make sense. And I think Quavo put it all in perspective, because I didn't know that this was over a female. And once you hear about, oh, this is over a female, then you got to be like, hold on now. So let me see here. How do I pull this up? Okay, here we go. So I might just have to do this. Let me see. Let me try doing it this way. Y'all bear with me, because this is crazy, y'all. Y'all gonna trip when y'all see this. Y'all is gonna trip when y'all see this. And if you're on TikTok, you can listen. I'll play the audio so you can hear what we're hearing. So here we go. Let me see. If I can't pull it up, I'm gonna have to come back in. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see here. Give me 1 second. Okay. There it is right there. Okay. Let's see how we're gonna do this though. Y'all tell me who y'all think won. Why we waiting on this? Y'all tell me who y'all think won the round battle. Who y'all think got the best of who? Oh, there you go. I see it wasn't all the way pulled up. That's why I couldn't get to it. Boy, this technology. And then tonight, y'all, for whatever reason, we try to talk about this OJ thing. See, somebody throwing me out. They don't want the truth to get out there. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. And there it is right there. They do not want the truth to get out there. I'm trying to bring it to y'all. See? Okay, so what we're going to do, let me see if I can just punch it up then. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not all the way registered, so I think I jumped the gun and jumped on live before it actually pull it up. Just thirsty. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back. I appreciate everybody that's on the live right now. We are having some technical difficulties, and for whatever reason, y'all, everything is just freezing tonight. So it's making my show kind of glitch a little bit. Let me see. Let me go to some of these comments on TikTok. What's up? What's up? People just tapped in. We're talking about OJ. And the question is, did OJ do it? Or is he innocent? That's the question. We're trying to find out some info. And then, okay, somebody was saying today, while I pull this up, somebody was saying today that another person confessed to the murders. There was another guy, I guess he was Nicole Simpson's caretaker, or he took care of the yard or something. Come to find out, he's a serial killer. So now it's a whole nother twist to this thing. How can that not be on top of the evidence when you're talking about she was around a whole serial killer and supposedly he killed more than 10 people? Like, what the, you know what I'm saying? That alone brings a lot of doubt to this whole thing. The fact that somebody else confessed to killing like 10 people and they was around Nicole Simpson. Because that's one thing that I did take a look at too. When you look at OJ, you don't see serial killer, right? You don't see somebody who could sit there and murder 2 people, slaughter 2 people like that. The fact that people do act that way when it's a crime of passion. If you get cheated on, or feel like you've been cheated on, somebody a guy can snap. Okay, we all know that. We've seen it happen. You're gonna snap and you're gonna do things that you probably wouldn't normally do. But OJ's personality to me is just not that. Now I'm talking about as I'm looking at it from just you know what I'm saying, just you know what I'm saying, a one-on-one level. I don't see OJ as being somebody who can just snap off on somebody. That's not him.
Hypothetically at the scene of the crime.
Steven Still is freezing up, so what I'm gonna do
Chapter 6 is called.
is I'm gonna come back, but we're gonna leave it at that. I just want you to know your opinions. We're gonna get this thing fixed, and then we definitely gonna come back and we're gonna holler at y'all. Because right now everything is freezing, and I don't know what in the world is going on. But let me try. I'm gonna try one last time because I really want y'all to see this video. And while we do that, y'all, to Taste of the Hood, we was there this weekend. Yeah, what's up? What's up? We got TikTok over here still bussing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all jumping on Facebook. That's what's up. If you didn't know about Taste of the Hood was bussing, y'all. There was a lot of good food down there. We went down there and did some recording. Oh, here we go. Okay, so finally it got on there. So we're gonna see if we can play it for y'all. Hopefully it don't freeze up, but it still look like stuff is just freezing. So we're gonna try to play it for y'all. And make sure y'all share this, y'all. Y'all gonna want to see this.
At the scene of the crime. Scene of the crime.
The chapter 6 is called The Night in Question.
Chapter 6 is called The Night in Question.
And you write in the book, now picture this and keep in mind that this is hypothetical. Hypothetical. Why don't you tell me what might have happened on the night of June 12th, 1994? And let's just walk through the night.
Well, first of all, this is very difficult for me to do this. It was very difficult for me because it's hypothetical. I know and I accept the fact that people are going to feel whatever way they're going to feel. You know, they're going to, whatever they want to feel. In the book, the hypothetical is
Charlie pulls out.
Charlie. This guy Charlie shows up, the guy who I used to become friends with, and I don't know why he had been by Nicole's house, but it told me you wouldn't believe what's going on over there. And I remember thinking, well, whatever's going on over there's got to stop, right? So we kind of hooked up together, and I'm kind of broad stroking this. We go over, get in the Bronco and go over.
Let's just go back and do the details. Where did you park?
Let's just go back and do the details.
You park
in the hypothetical in the alley.
Right. You park in the alley, and you put on a wool cap and gloves.
In the hypothetical, I put on a cap and gloves.
Right. And you reached under the seat for
a knife. I always kept a knife in the car for the crazies and stuff because you can't travel with a gun. And I remember Charlie saying, "You ain't bringing that." And I didn't, right? But I believe he took it.
Charlie took the knife?
Yeah. In the book.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the back gate, you go through the back gate.
Yes.
And it was open or broken or?
Yes. I don't recall.
Okay.
I go to the front and I'm looking to see what's going on. And I can see that it appears like Nicole had candles all the time. She really did, to keep her overhead down, I think. And music was on, and while I was there, a guy shows up.
So Ron Goldman comes in the back gate.
Yeah, a guy that I really didn't recognize. I may have seen him around, but I really didn't recognize him to be anyone. And in the mood I was in, I started having words with him.
He says to you, "I just came by to return a pair of glasses. Judy left them at the restaurant."
Yeah, words to that effect, yes.
And he was
I don't know if I believed it or didn't believe it. It was pretty much immaterial because, I was more concerned about everything that was going on, and was fed up with it, I guess. And
you get into a fight. Nicole comes out.
A verbal fight. Got a little loud, and by that time, Nicole had come out. And we started having words about who is this guy, why is he here, what's going on.
And she says, "This is my house. Get the F out of here."
Yes, and which I didn't like because, once again, this is the same person. And if you read the book, you'll see some things that happened in the 2 weeks leading up to this that were very, very irritating, you know. And I think Charlie had followed this guy in, wanted to make sure it was no problem. And he brought the knife. As things got heated, I just remember Nicole fell and hurt herself. And this guy kind of got into a karate thing. And I said, well, you think you can kick my ass? And I remember I grabbed the knife. I do remember that portion, taking the knife from Charlie. And to be honest, after that, I don't remember. Except I'm standing there and there's all kind of stuff around and
What kind of stuff?
blood and stuff around. I hate to say this, but this is like, I know we got to back up again.
It's okay. I want to back up.
Hard.
I want to back up
to try to make people know that I'm.
You wrote in the book, "I had never seen so much blood in my life."
Yes.
Covered. You're covered. The scene. Can you describe?
It's hard for me to describe it entirely. I don't think any two people could be murdered the way they were without everybody being covered in blood. And of course, I think we've all seen the grisly pictures after. So yeah, I think everything was covered, would have been covered in blood.
And what goes through your mind at a time like that?
I don't know. It's like what happened.
You write about removing a glove before taking the knife from Charlie.
I had no conscious memory of doing that, but obviously I must have because they found the glove there.
And blacking out. Have you ever blacked out before?
Not to my knowledge.
No.
No. Of course, if something like this would take place in anybody's life, if it were to happen, I would imagine it's something that you would probably automatically have trouble wrapping your mind around it. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Staggering first-hand details about the crime scene, which he says are hypothetical.
You wrote in the book, "I had never seen so much blood in my life."
It's hard for me to describe it, I'm telling you. I don't think any two people could be murdered the way they were without everybody being covered in blood.
Then you see bloody footprints and you decide to take off.
Yes. Actually, I believe Charlie kept saying, we got to get out of here.
And in the book, you describe taking off your shoes, your pants, and your shirt and dropping it in a bundle. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And do you remember what happened?
Because what are you going to do with it? Somebody's got to get rid of, as you may have called on the trial, they said, wear the bloody clothes. So somebody had to get rid of the bloody clothes.
And you had left your keys and wallet in your pants pocket, and you had to go back and get it?
To be honest, I think, I know that to be true. Yes.
And Charlie is hysterical, screaming, "Jesus Christ, OJ, Jesus Christ," and you tell him to
Jesus Christ, OJ, Jesus Christ, and you tell him to
He's in a panic. He was in a panic, and I'm telling him to shut up. Let's get out of here.
So you get back in the car, you take in your clothes, put them in the bundles,
and drove back and parked the block away because I knew the limo would be there, and came across the backyard through the two tennis courts, and came through the house.
So you went through the neighbors.
Yeah, he had a tennis court, then I had a tennis court.
And you go into the house, and what happens in the house?
I ran upstairs to take a shower. I actually ran upstairs and took some of my bags and came back downstairs and put them out front.
So, like, here's my thing. If he didn't have anything to do with it, then why would he just go out there, first of all, write a book, and then start doing interviews like that? That is some cryptic shit if I've ever seen. You agree?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird.
That's really weird. And AI wasn't available back then, so y'all know it had to be him. Sounds like him and all that. Now I'd be a little skeptical. I'm like, I don't know, that's AI. But yeah, that's crazy. And we had talked about and discussed like the glove, putting the glove on, but a leather glove, because it had blood on it, so they had to clean it off, getting it wet. A wet leather glove could shrink. So there is no, and then if you wear, especially back then, you didn't, back in the Eddie Murphy days, you didn't wear gloves that was loose. You wore stuff that was very tight. So even a little bit of shrinkage would have caused that glove not to fit. And that's one thing they said that was the biggest mistake of the trial, because of having to try that glove on. Because that was a famous quote. If it don't fit, you must acquit. And that basically got him off. I think he had the best lawyers that money could buy. I think a couple of rappers used Johnny Cochran after that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this whole thing is just not looking good. But I just thought that it's really time to talk about it. I heard somebody say today that in order for us to heal, especially this racial divide, this is one of the things that have to be discussed, because it did divide the country in half. And we definitely need to talk about it. And if he is guilty, black folks, we need to say, yo, he guilty, because it don't look good for us to be defending somebody who got all of this stuff on him. And he never really came out definitive and said, yo, I didn't do it. Y'all have to trust me that I didn't do it. I've never seen OJ come out like R. Kelly. Y'all telling me. That should have been like OJ, man. Killing me, man. Yeah, we just having fun with it, but yeah, I've yet to see him coming out definitive that he didn't do it to try to make us believe it. We just rode with him, because, like I said, it was a time and point in time, and police was beating up everybody, police brutality. You just had a lot of stuff going on, and it was just like a win, just to say that we won. And now that he's gone, and we've had that victory. We had plenty of other victories since then. I think it's time to let that one go, and we definitely have to get to the bottom of it. There's more stuff coming out even as of today, but he definitely went to the grave with that secret. But it's like, you know what I'm saying, when somebody do stuff like that, especially of that nature, then they leave clues around, and there's definitely clues that he left that point to him doing it, especially with this interview. The book, I don't know if y'all read the book, but if I did, that's a confession if I ever heard one. So with that being said, we're gonna get out of here, y'all. I thank y'all for watching, and leave y'all comments. I may do this one again because of all the glitches that it had. I wanted to run really smooth, but for whatever reason, my internet is running slow tonight, or glitchy. It's not running slow; it's just running glitchy. So we may do this one again, but y'all make sure y'all leave your comments so I know how to improve it and make it better. All right. So we're gonna get out of here. If you have a podcast a subject that you want me to talk about on the podcast, make sure y'all send it to me, and I will get right on it if it's a good one. I have people inbox me all the time, do a podcast on it, do a podcast on that, and I'm just waiting for that right one to send me some good stuff. So I'm always looking, always reading, so I can do research and get it popping. All right. So thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for participating, and we're gonna get out of here, y'all. My views is going up, monthly views, so I appreciate that. So make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all follow me. If you're on YouTube, make sure you're subscribing. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all of that. We out. Talk to y'all later.